Hi, Chief Meteorologist Jason Myers. Just want to give you a quick update. We do have a tornado warning for Estill, Jackson, and Rockcastle County until 5 o'clock. This is moving off to the northeast right now at 45 miles per hour. It's Doppler indicated, meaning that it has not been seen on the ground, but it even could be a little bit more rain wrapped, so you would probably not see anything. Putting this in motion, 1 hour time lapse. You can see these storms are kind of rotating a little bit more off to the north to northeast at this time. Lexington metro area right now, it's just rain that's moving up into Lexington, but again, a little bit more of the severe threat just south of Madison County. Again, it's Estill, Jackson, and Rockcastle County. As we zoom in a little bit closer here, the worst of it is just to the north of Mount Vernon, but right around Brodhead, they've actually had some reports there of quarter-size hail with this storm already, as well as heavy rainfall that's caused some localized flooding problems. So in addition to the threat of tornadoes, there's also the threat for gusty winds, frequent lightning, as well as the potential for some large hail with this system that could also cause some heavy rainfall that may cause some localized flooding. But McKee, you'll be picking up on the worst of this here in about the next 15 minutes. Irvin, it will be moving closer to you about 4:53, and by about 5 o'clock, a little after 5 o'clock, up toward Beattyville, may hold together up toward Campton, closer to about 5:30. Again, as this is moving off to the northeast, it's moving about 45 miles per hour. We'll turn this off here, and we'll see if we can see maybe any broad or rotation. The rotation so far has been rather broad. It hasn't been really well defined, but right around the very edge there, you could see a little bit better maybe rotation just closer toward Mount Vernon. So we'll zoom in just a little bit closer to that area here, just to the northeast of Mount Vernon, and it's just a little to the east of Conway, but right around Conway and I-75 there, that's where we could have a little bit better chance for rotation. Again, these storms have had a little bit more of a natural rotation to them just because of a larger weather system that's right over the region that's kind of spinning these thunderstorms and kind of causing them to have that rotation already. So again, just a brief tornado spin up. You could have a tornado quickly, it could go away, and it could maybe reform a little bit later on. So again, right around Berea even, you may see some of that rotation just to your south if you're looking off to your south and also to the southeast. Again, as we look up a little more toward into Madison County up into Irvin, and this will be moving a little bit closer toward Irvin here in about the next 15 minutes. But right now, Irvin, you're in the clear, but if you're looking off to the west and southwest, that's where you could probably see this storm approaching right now. In fact, what we'll show you here is a live look from our EKU's Fort Bank Skyview camera, and as we're looking off a little bit more here, you can see just the overcast conditions right around EKU. We'll actually turn that camera a little bit more to the south here in just a minute, but you can start to see a little lightning off in the distance as well. So again, if you're just joining us, we do have a tornado warning that's been issued. It just got issued a few minutes ago for Estill, Jackson, and Rockcastle County, and that continues until 5 o'clock as it's moving off to the northeast. It's moving rather quickly, about 45 miles per hour. We'll zoom in a little bit closer to the Lexington metro area. Lexington right now, it's mainly been rain. We haven't seen as much with severe weather just yet around the Lexington metro area. A little lightning in Jessamine County, northern Garrett County right now, seeing a little bit more of the lightning. So you may have a little bit more of this thunderstorm moving through Lexington here as we go into about the next hour. And we'll put this in motion here the last 30 minutes, kind of time lapse here, and you can see kind of the showers beginning just to move in more into the downtown area of Lexington. So we can expect the rain to pick up in intensity a little bit more, having some heavier rainfall move through. That's going to make for a really messy drive throughout the evening hours and for the evening commute. But again, a real big threat right now is a little further to the south, right around Mount Vernon right now is where we could see a little bit better chances for some rotation, but some of the worst of it getting a little further away from Mount Vernon and maybe a little bit closer to Conway. And as we look a little further off into Estill County right now, this is where it's going to be heading in your direction in about the next 15 minutes. So if you live in Irvin, Estill County, live in Jackson County, McKee, you may miss out on at least the worst of it, but if you're looking off to the west, you could probably see that storm approaching McKee. It may be a little bit more of a threat for you with some damaging winds. But again, there is that threat that we could have at least a tornado with some rotation there. Again, most of the rotation has been very broad. The tornado warning that was issued by the Jackson National Weather Service, and again, that was Doppler indicated, meaning we have not gotten confirmation yet that it is on the ground. But we're going to keep a close watch on this. We're going to get you back to programming here in just the next few minutes, and then as we do, we'll keep a close watch on these storms throughout the rest of our evening hours.
To help wake people up from a food